Good evening, or good afternoon, citizens of the internet. My name is C+Hero, Hero VTuber in the making, and I'm here for the first time to do something that I dream of ever since I became a VTuber, and that is to cover my first ever Pokemon VGC content and Pokemon Sword and Shield version. We're gonna be playing Pokemon Shield version. My personal fire is Lotian Sword, but I don't want to show that because I don't want to get potentially doxxed or anything like that. So we're gonna play in Shield for all VGC stuff here on YouTube. What is Pokemon VGC? Well, I'll explain it a little bit more as we start, but let's enter the game. So in Pokemon VGC, it is stand for Pokemon. Hold on. So anyway, Pokemon VGC is Video Game Championship. It is the competitive play format for all things Pokemon in the Pokemon video game series, and it has been around since for a very, very long time. In fact, the first official Pokemon VGC tournament came after the original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl version back in the year 2007, about 15 years ago. And every year there's been a lot of official Pokemon tournament circuit called Championship Series, and that Championship Series come in different series. There are the regional, the worlds, and international. Currently right now, the Pokemon Regional Championship Series are been on very active this year, and it's probably the most active now because they are returning back to the usual, because for the past 2 years it's been hit hard due to the current state of the world pandemic right now, but we are getting back into it and it's so glad. And today I would like to cover my first ever Wi-Fi laddering battle, meaning we're gonna become from, well, at least I will become from SCUFFED VTUBER to Master. So from here we're gonna go into the battle stadium, and I'm gonna present you the team that we're gonna using for the first episode of this series that I like to call SCUFFED VTUBER to Master. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, we can share team now, and by sharing team we can rent a team from other player. And the first team that we're renting is this team. It is a Zacian Kyogre team with members of Zacian, Kyogre, Tornadus, Regieleki, Rillaboom, and Landorus Therian. These Pokemon, or most of these Pokemon, are very common in the meta. I'll explain what the meta is soon, but we're gonna check in and I'm gonna show you what kind of moves do. So, and actually so this is the Pokemon content team that we're gonna use today. And basically we have Zacian, who is the main offensive player, and Kyogre as well. Kyogre helps to summon the rain, because that in the current meta, weather team is very powerful between Kyogre and Groudon. Groudon is the opposite of Kyogre, which summons the drought ability that summons the sun. But we also have Tornadus, who played more of the support role. Tornadus has ability called Prankster. Prankster add a 1 additional point to a move, non-attacking move, for speed priority. I'll explain about speed priority a little bit later. It uses move Tailwind, Hurricane, Icy Wind, and Protect. FYI, Hurricane is a powerful flying type move, but has a very low accuracy of about 85%, but it is 100% accuracy under the rain. And Kyogre has the ability called Drizzle that summons rain that lasts for 5 turns, so very useful move. We have Regieleki, which is the fastest Pokemon in Sword and Shield. It has the fastest speed stat in the game. I'll explain about stat a little bit later. Regieleki has the ability called Transistor, which is power up its electric type move, and it holds a life orb which gives 1.2 multiplier to its attack. I'll explain what Life Orb does, but it does basically do a little bit more damage during battle. It has a move Rising Voltage, which is like its signature move. Electro Whip, which has 100% accuracy to lower the speed of your opponent, and it can hit both opponents. It also can learn Hyper Beam, which is used for Dynamax move, and as well as a Protect. Next, we have Reliboo with the ability Grassy Surge and holding Miracle Seed. Grassy Surge is an ability that allows to summon grassy terrain. In Pokemon VGC, we have something called Terrains, which helps to gives a strange effect to the battle. I'll explain about what each terrain's effect does a little bit later, but for this case, Reliboo, it summons a grassy terrain, and grassy terrain helps to recover all the Pokemon on the field by a little bit of health. But for Reliboo's case, it helps to go first by using the move Grassy Glide. Then finally we have Landorus, a ground flying type Pokemon with the ability Intimidate. Intimidate lowers the attack when it sent out from its Pokeball at the battle. It knows the ability Earthquake, Fly, Rock Slide, and Soul Dance. This Pokemon is also usually used for Dynamax move, where if you go Dynamax, it uses Max Airstream to help raise its speed and its partner's speed by 1 stage. It learns Earthquake to lowers the opponent's, I believe was its defense or special defense. It could be one of the all. Sorry if I can't remember it from the top of my head. But it also holds the Lumberry, which basically heals a status effect if it gets hit by one, such as like paralysis or sleep. Usually, it won't get paralysis unless it hit by some kind of non-electric type move, because Landorus is immune to electric type due to its typing. But anyway, with that all said, let's begin with our battle. So we're gonna go to online competition, and we are gonna go with actually not here. There we go. Cat rank battle. Sorry, why did I choose casual battle? Skip all these because this is the first time we're doing this. And let's see, now we're gonna go with double. Alright, we're gonna search our opponent. Yep, I'm really quite excited that we can play Pokemon for the first time, because this is something I've been always wanted to do ever since I want to start VTubing. And here we are gonna face against somewhat of an interesting team here. So we have Snorlax, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Zacian, Urshifu, and Gyarados. We have 2 Intimidate users, 2 Fake Out users, and a 1 Heavymon, which most likely is a Dynamax user. So if anything, I'm gonna go with, most of them are physical attackers, so let's go with Tornadus, Rillaboom, Kyogre, and Dow. And let's go with Regieleki. So here we go. Alright, let's see how this battle goes. Hopefully, things will go well, because let's just say I'm a little bit scuffed about the whole VGC thing. I'm still learning how to do things. Alright, we have Incineroar and Snorlax. So our main focus is basically we want to summon the Tailwind so our Pokemon will be faster, because with Tornadus ability Prankster, it gives us speed priority +1 for our non-attacking move. So Tailwind's gonna help us a lot so we can move faster. Then we're gonna fake out the Incineroar, because Incineroar can also learn Fake Out. Fake Out basically a move that allows you to go first, and once you hit by Fake Out, your Pokemon will be flinch, and flinch prevent you from making a move. So we want to flinch the Incineroar, because Rillaboom will always be faster than... Oh, never mind. Okay, that's not good. That is not good. Somehow my Rillaboom is a little bit slower than Incineroar. And now Snorlax can use Belly Drum, which is not great either. Ooh. Well, we're starting a very scuffed turn as of now, so... Anyway, let's go with Tailwind again. And this time... we're gonna go with Grassy Glide on the Snorlax. And Snorlax just go with your Gigantamax. Gigantamax is basically a main gimmick in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Basically allows the Pokemon to turn into this kaiju size. And basically allows you to use like a move called Dynamax move, which basically does a couple of things. Okay. So that's Snorlax holding a berry. You pop a berry. Now instead we're gonna go Flare Blitz on who? Okay, Rillaboom. That's fine. G-Max Replenish. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, time to summon the whale. Here comes Kyogre. Now, Kyogre's main gimmick, because we summoned the Tailwind due to our Tornadus from last turn, Kyogre will move fast, and Regieleki will always gonna move the fastest, because like I said, it has the highest speed stat in the game, and because of Tailwind, it's now even much faster. So, we're gonna use, let's see now, we're gonna go with Water Spout here, and we're gonna go with, let's see now, we're gonna go with Electro Web at both teeth. There we go. Critical hit on the Snorlax. Nice, nice, nice. Lower his speed. And here we go. Water Spout. Alright. Incineroar is out. So in Pokemon VGC, we do a battle called use Double Battle. Basically, you pick out a team of 6 Pokemon, you choose 4 out of your team, and you send out 2 to fight against your opponent's 2 Pokemon. And there's 2 Pokemon in the back. So it creates a very interesting dynamic strategy. In most Pokemon games, most of you play it casually by doing single battle. The only Pokemon game that ever forces you to do double battle all the time was basically Pokemon Coliseum. Pokemon Coliseum only allows you to play in double battle. So it's interesting to say that that is the only game that allows you to force double battle. But in most video game series, at least the main title, only allows you to play single battle if you're playing casually. But in Pokemon VGC, you do double battle. And there's a lot of things that you can do in double battle, such as You could run a weather team like the team I'm using here, or you could do Trick Room team, which is forces your Pokemon to move, the slowest Pokemon to move first, then the fast Pokemon. And our first game, it's a loss. And alright, Jackson that out. And here we go. Interesting. Look a lot like a Trick Room team because we have a Hatterene. We also have Inteleon. And so I think what we could do here is that we could just go with Tornadus, Kyogre. We could also go with Zacian and the... We could go with Landorus in the back and Zacian. So here we go. So when you're laddering in Pokemon Sword and Shield, you'll meet a lot of oddball as you ladder higher and higher in the day. So this is kind of pretty normal thing to see. But let's see how this opponent plays out. So he starts with those two. We're gonna go with Tailwind and Water Spout. Here we go. Alright, here we go. And we're gonna go with Water Spout. It's gonna do a lot of damage. And look at that. See that? Kyogre Tornadus team is very, very powerful. It is the most easy to use for beginner, I would say. But it does have a trend where basically it's very obvious, especially if you're fighting against more experienced VGC player. But it is fun to use, and that's the important thing, you know? Having fun no matter if the Pokemon is scuffed, bad, good or not, you know? And we have two teams now. We have Decidueye and Inteleon. So, I'm gonna go with Hurricane on the Decidueye. And let's see now. I'm gonna go with Water Spout again. And my opponent gonna go with Dynamax. He's mostly gonna Gigantamax his Inteleon into Gigantamax Inteleon. Yep. There it is. And here goes the Hurricane. Water Spout. That did a lot of damage. Even though water type Pokemon already take non-effective move against other water type move. So it's water type resist other type water. It's important to know your type weaknesses and type resistance. Steel type has the highest resistance, while normal type Pokemon has no resistance. So now, next thing we could do, we could go with Hurricane here, and just do another Water Spout, because pretty much this is day. GG to my opponent. Oh, looks like my opponent gonna go with Max Guard. So now, his Pokemon's protected, but pretty much he can't really do anything against me because he, well, kind of was a little bit fooling around because he didn't really have a team or anything that could prevent me from using Tailwind. It's important to know common trend in VGC, such as Tornadus and Kyogre, because obvious plays that Tornado gotta use Tailwind and Kyogre go Water Spout. That's the common thing to do when you're using this kind of team. Gain a little bit of points. Our goal for this series to reach Master Rank, not #1 in the world, but just the Master Rank. Right now we're just in the beginner tier. As we move tier, we move from beginner tier, portable tier, grateful tier, ultra tier, and then master tier. And master tier is our goal for this series. Alright, we found another opponent. Okay, this is a little bit more serious. We have Rayquaza, Zacian, Grimmsnarl, Thundurus, and Incineroar, and a Gastrodon. Alright. We could... now. Let's go with... Rillaboom. And I think... let's go with Tornadus. And we will keep the Kyogre and Zacian in the back. So let's do that. Okay, he started with Grimmsnarl and Rayquaza. Airlock. The effect of the weather sphere. Okay. So our main goal is to take down Rayquaza, but I think we should also go Fake Out and set up the Tailwind here. Who's gonna Dynamax? Probably most likely Rayquaza, but it would be interesting if he Dynamax Grimmsnarl. Yep, you go with Dynamax as Rayquaza. Gonna go Fake Out on the Grimmsnarl and Tailwind here. Okay, he's gonna go Max Air Screen on the Rillaboom. That is okay for me. We're gonna go with Zacian. Alright then, Zacian is a very powerful mon because the reason why this thing is such a common in the meta of the VGC is because it has an ability called Intrepid Sword, which raises its attack at 1.5 whenever it's enter the battle. So now, one thing we could do, we could go Behemoth Blade on the Rayquaza. So, but he's gonna use Reflect at this turn because Grimmsnarl is also a very strong mod because it also has, like Tornadus, it has Prankster to raise give speed priority 1 to all its mon, and it's a screen user, so it can use Reflect, Light Screen. Oh, and it used Light Screen to raise its opponent's special defense. Interesting. So I'm gonna go with the Behemoth Blade on the Rayquaza. Oh, and there you go. Rayquaza's out. So now that Rayquaza's fated, I can summon the rain when Kyogre come out the next turn or so. And there you go. Gastrodon, alright. I'm gonna go with Behemoth Blade and probably go with Kyogre on the next turn. Switch to my Kyogre and save my Tornadus for later, just in case if I need to use it later. And gotta go with Kyogre. Reflect, yep, Brimstone's gonna go with Reflect. Behemoth Blade on the Grim. Just to get rid of it. Okay. So Gashida used Yawn. Yawn basically is a non-attacking normal type move that forces your opponent mon to go to sleep on the next turn. And he uses Zacian too, so now... I think this is a tough choice because he want me to switch into Tornado. So I'm gonna go with Sacred Sword and then... No, hold on a second. Let's go with Sacred Sword on the... Play Rock and then Ice Beam on the Gastrodon. Yeah, let's go. Okay, perfect. I predicted that right. His opponent was about... Oh, wait, he went for double protect. Okay. GG to my opponent to do that. Very GG. Ah, and Tailwind went out. Ah, of course. That's why. Okay. So now... This is not looking too good for us, so... We're gonna... Gonna go Water Spout. Even though Dasher will be immune to my Water type thanks to its ability, Storm Drain, we're just gonna do our best to do some little damage on that Gastrodon. Ooh, and that did a lot of damage on the Zacian. Earth Power. Okay. Alright then. The grass disappeared. Alright, that's somewhat good thing. Now, we could see that. I'm gonna go with Protect here on this turn. Okay, he's choosing his. He went for Protect on... Okay. My Kyogre go for Protect too. My Zacian woke up. Okay, and who did he choose for target? Ah, the Zacian. Oh boy. Ah, and that's unfortunate. But, however... Let's check the rain here. Oh, one last ton of rain. Okay. Let's go with... Tailwind. And then water. Yeah. Water spout. That's basically the only thing I could do here. Let's hope that we win. I know I'm risking my chance to raise Zacian special attack. Now his special attack rose by twice. But his Zacian is out, and that's what I want to take care of now, for now. And I could just focus on the Zacian. Yawn. Okay. The rain stopped. Okay. Okay, then. Let's go with Hurricane and then Ice Beam. Alright, here we go. Gastrodon, I'm probably gonna use Protect on this turn just to waste it. But we're just gonna go with Dynamax the Tornadus. Now, it's not that too common to Dynamax Tornadus, but I just want to do as much damage as possible at this point. And Dynamax move can bypass Protect. Yep, there you go. So now, we're just gonna go with Max Airstream. How much turn reflect is? One light screen is gonna be out, so we're just gonna do Max Guard, so to prevent the Yawn from hitting us, and we're gonna go for Protect just in case. Okay, here we go. Kyogre is still sleeping. What is Gastrodon gonna do? Yep, Gastrodon tried to use Yawn for Tornadus, so light screen went off. Gotcha. Now we're gonna go with Max Airstream again and Ice Beam on the Gastrodon. Go! There we go. That did a lot of damage. Now, in a situation like this, most likely the Gastrodon will faint. But in case Gastrodon stall, then what will happen is that timer will pass by and we may win by timeout. Because since he has a last Pokemon, his Gastrodon health is low. Timeout, winning by timeout is determined by the total amount of health your Pokemon has left. So since we have Kyogre and Tornadus left, most likely he's gonna lose by timeout. So, and now, since that is out, we're gonna go with Hurricane, even though that has low accuracy, and Ice Beam. So let's go. Kyogre woke up. Nice. Come on, Kyogre. Ah, missed. Okay. Go Ice Beam. Alright then, that's game, because now Kyogre, we're just gonna finish off with this Ice Beam. Here we go. Protect, okay. He's gonna try to store out by using Protect. But most likely he's not gonna win by timeout because our Kyogre has more health than his. So time to go and use Ice Beam for one last time. Firing my laser. And there you go, we won. That's it for it. Please take this ball mushroom. And we did a little reward for doing some battle in the ranked battles. And it will take some time for the result to update. And yep, that's how VGC battle works. So, I think I'm gonna end it off here. For each episode, I'm gonna do at least 3 to 4 games. But for now, I will just end it off here for today. Thank you for coming by. If you like this video, please leave a like button, hit that bell for notification, or subscribe for videos. And if you would like to get to know me more, you can also join my Discord, and the Discord link are all in the bottom. And check out my social on Twitter too. So with all that said, thank you for coming. C+Hero out.